Good morning. It is a lovely day outside, but it is early on a Saturday, so I'm getting some cooking done. So the first thing I'm going to be doing today is I am going to be making a rhubarb compote. So this is the rhubarb that I said in my last video that I'd picked up for a reduced price because there was nothing wrong with it. By the time I've come to cook with it, the ends are just a little bit unhappy. Let's go with unhappy. So I've chopped those off, they're now in the bin, and we have some lovely pieces of rhubarb. So I was going to chop them up so that you didn't have to watch me chop them up, but I've changed my mind. So you can come with me. I'll just speed it up. So as I said, it is a beautiful day outside, and that means that I've got a lot of windows open throughout the house. And the washing is on, ready to go outside on the line. I'm hoping to get all this done before the middle of the day so that I can go and sit in the sun. So I haven't made rhubarb compote before. I'm hoping to be able to put it onto some, what's it called? Yogurt. And have it as pudding. So what I need is 2 pounds of rhubarb. I'm going to zero that. I'm going to figure out how much this is here. I know it's not going to be 2 pounds. So far that is £6.20. And I have a really good set of scales here. They don't turn off when you don't want them to. So, time for a time lapse. So what I realised here is that my scales weren't quite on the right unit, so they were on ounces and whatever measurement weight is less than ounces. So that was me just turning it over, and we are now on pounds and ounces properly. So it turned out to be £1.7-ish ounces at the end after I'd put this last stick of rhubarb on. And I just want to say that I did have a cheeky taste and it was absolutely gorgeous. So I have £1.7 just there. I don't know whether you can see that. Yes, you can, which is great. So let's get this out of the way. I've written down my ingredients here. So we've got the rhubarb, so I'll just do a little bit less water, and I will do probably half a cup of water, half a cup of granulated sugar, and just one teaspoon of vanilla. So I've got my pan out, I've got my rhubarb ready, just there. I need my water, which I'm going with a quarter cup. I'm going to put the water straight in. Got to get my granulated sugar. Going to get that on the heat. And then I can start putting my rhubarb in. So medium heat. just going to let that settle itself while I get my vanilla. There we go. I've got an opened one and an unopened one. So I'll use the opened one. You'll have to excuse the washing machine in the background. There we go, a bit brighter for you. So what I'll do is I will bring you back in a little while when this is all sorted. It won't be a very long process, but it's going to be absolutely lovely. I'll see you in a bit. So we're now at a position where the rhubarb is starting to mush up a little bit, which is perfect. It smells beautiful. I do love the smell of rhubarb. I love the taste of rhubarb as well, especially fresh rhubarb. So yeah, so this can be made in and put onto yogurt in the morning, porridge in the morning. You could make a little crumble, put it in a little ramekin, pop it in the oven, and then have a personal rhubarb crumble. Any that isn't finished will go in the freezer, and I'll probably mix it in with a pie or a crumble once the blackberries start coming out, because that is something that I will not buy. Don't buy raspberries. I do buy raspberries. I don't buy blackberries because they are free in the hedgerows around the countryside. So, still got a bit more to go. There's a few that are still quite hard, there's a few that are a bit more soft now. So I'll bring you back in a minute. So we're looking a bit more mushy now, which is great. So we're looking a lot smoother now, but we've still got some quite big chunks, like that one, and this one's still quite big as well. But overall we're looking pretty good. I'm not allowed to taste test at the moment because I'm currently fasting. Once the heat turning off, I'm just going to move this here so that it's not on the heat, and then we're going to do 1 teaspoon, which is about all I've got left. So I'm just going to do that and carry on doing that. I'm going to mix that in and just allow it to cool. And then what I've got in the cupboard for this exact reason, and my other half was adamant that I would never ever need them again. But I think it's only one. But it's a Doritos sauce jar. So I can pop some of this in that. And those pieces are breaking up quite nicely now. So I'm going to sterilise my jar, and then I will bring you back for the last little bit where we put it in. My jar is nice and sterilised. I haven't dried it because then it wouldn't be sterile anymore. So let's get a move on. So I'm not going to touch the jar because it's hot, so I don't want to burn myself. I do have enough problems with pans. To sterilise the jar, I just boiled the kettle and put some hot water into the jar and then tipped it straight down into the sink. To essentially can this, the heat from the jar and the rhubarb mixture managed to essentially pressurise the jar. So it's one of those lids where it's got a little press down bit, and once it's been opened you can press the press down bit. I hope you understand what I mean because I'm not very good at explaining it, but yeah, it was great. And the rest will go in a Tupperware container and go in the freezer, but I won't be putting it in the Tupperware container until it has cooled, because what I don't want is I don't want the rhubarb mixture heating up the plastic and causing the plastic to leach its nasty horrible plasticness into my rhubarb. There we go. So that's going to cool down itself. It's obviously not hot salsa anymore. So there we go. Lovely rhubarb compote. Perfect for porridge, perfect for yoghurt, perfect for pretty much every pudding you could think of. So the washing machine is just about to start its spin cycle down there. So I'm going to wrap this up really quickly. Thank you for watching. We have made a lovely rhubarb compote for breakfast, for pudding, whatever you might fancy. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you again next time. Thank you.